Hey guys, Shelma32 here. I just wanted to give you an update on what's been going on with me and what's going on with me currently and what's going to be going on with me basically now. I don't have a script for this. I've got a general idea of what I want to say, but if you've seen my update videos before, you know I do ramble on. If you watch any of my videos before, you know I ramble on. So apologies. Apologies if I stumble over my thoughts. I do that anyway. If I stumble over my words, I do that anyway at the best of times, but at the moment, it is a bit more difficult for me. If you've seen my Patreon updates, or if you've seen my community tab, sorry, I'm trying to think of what I want to say ahead of it time, and it's making me stumble over my words at the same point in time. It's oh, my head is hurting already. I say hurting already. It's a constant pain now at the moment, unfortunately. But I will get into that. But you will have seen that I've not been doing well health-wise. Like I was just like, right, I'm going to catch up on things. I'm going to do well. And as I always say, it's one thing after another. This is probably the biggest hurdle I've come against. It's a big health thing. You know, like for a few years, I've suffered with migraines. And beginning of the year, I started taking this medication, preventive medication, every day. It was helping. And the last few weeks, I've started having the migraines as if the medication wasn't doing anything. It was like I wasn't taking it. I was still taking it, but it wasn't like it wasn't having an effect. And last Wednesday, not this Wednesday just gone, Wednesday the previous week, I went out for a walk because it was cooler, fresh air, things like that. I thought sometimes I just felt what I had might have been a sinus infection. It felt like a sinus infection, like it's all along there. I've had sinus infections like that before. But I thought clear the air, like sometimes it helps, and just clear my head as well. And sometimes I do that just to be able to clear my head. So I can do stuff and work on things afterwards. I came back feeling very lightheaded, very spaced out. My forehead was numb. I thought, must got overheated. I'm going to drink plenty of water, not do anything. I'll be okay. Felt like that for the rest of the evening. Next morning, woke up, still felt like it. We got my daughter off to school, and I cannot remember the times. It's all like kind of a blur, but not at the same time. So apologies, but I'm probably going to get details wrong. I'm misremembering so much at the moment. I do it at the best of times. So at the moment, I'm fucked. But migraine was getting like spreading around my right eye. So when my migraine gets really bad, I lie down. I lay down on the sofa, went to sit up, and left side of my face was drooping. My left side of my face was numb. Apparently my eye was drooping. That bit of my mouth wasn't moving and stuff like that. And I talk out the left side of my mouth. If you notice when I smirk with the left of my mouth. It's a family thing. My daughter does it. My dad did it and stuff like that. And I could not swallow my own saliva. I could not swallow at all. Apologies that I'm rambling on. When I can't give little details, I got to give the whole fucking thing. Or what I can remember anyway. I couldn't swallow my own saliva. Couldn't swallow anything at that time. So we called 111, which is a service, and they sent an ambulance out, stuff like that. They did all the checks, blah, 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 blah. And as I was going into the ambulance, because they took me into the stroke unit, because obviously signs of a stroke. And they said they didn't think it was a stroke. It's good. You can get migraines that give that kind of signs and stuff like that. I was starting to swallow again. I was having difficulty until like I went to bed that evening. They did all the ECGs out, a CT scan, I think that one was. And like all this blah, 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 taking blood, that kind of thing. And I came home that night. Because they said, wait for an MRI scan. Came back in. I'm sorry, I'm waving my hand in front of the microphone. I'm all over the place. I do apologize if you can't hear some of this. But I went back in the next day for the MRI. I was lucky to get it the next day. MRI came back fine. But I had a phone call Wednesday evening. This Wednesday evening, literally just gone. They took they have at my local hospital, they take at least the stroke unit. Sorry, I'm still getting that's another thing. Friday morning, I woke up, like, not bad numbness, but numbness happening on the right side of my face. And that's like, that's not a stroke. That's not a stroke. Stroke doesn't switch sides. It's like, what's going on? They took my, anyway, the stroke unit, Wednesday just gone, they had their weekly meetings or monthly, bi-weekly or something like that meetings. I cannot remember because migraine is always present at the moment, or the headache pain or general head pain is always present at the moment. So my memory is shit. It's completely shot. But they had their meeting and they just happened to, and they talk about the people they've seen and stuff like that. And they happened to take my scans in, my CT scans and my MRI scans. Somebody noticed something. There's blood vessels. I think one running one side, one's running the other side down the back there. I went back in yesterday to talk to them about it. Basically, there's the blood vessels running down there, like from the brain, blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure of the specifics. I might be getting things wrong. This is what I could understand from what I saw in the scans yesterday and from what they told me. And sometimes with some people, this is how it was missed the first time. Sometimes with some people, most of the time, these two blood vessels look exactly the same. Sometimes with some people, one can look a little bit more faint. Mine, very faint on one side. And like from one angle, I think it's from like the back angle, you could literally see my spine. It was really cool to see in the scans. At one point, actually, and from the top down as well, from the MRI scans, we lost it on the scan. Turns out there was an internal tear in the blood vessel. There's an internal tear in that blood vessel. I cannot remember what side it is. My other half might remember. I don't know. But there is a tear in that blood vessel. And it turns out the droopiness actually was a very, very, very minor stroke. So I did actually have a stroke last week. I was told it wasn't, but because it was missed, it's apparently a very easy thing to miss. Somebody just caught it. It's the lady was so apologetic. I saw the same lady. She was so apologetic, but I think it's called a TIA, or I cannot remember what that stands for, but it's a very, very, it was just happened to be a tiny little, kind of tiniest thing. And it just happened to affect it was a tiny little clot or something built up there. And it just happened to do that very briefly. And I think the numbness I'm getting on that side is due to the head pain. But that tear is still there. So I am on I'm on aspirin, I'm on something else, and I'm going to be on it for 3 months. I've got this medication. I haven't taken it yet, but it's basically when I get an attack, a really bad migraine pain, take it kind of thing. And that's how things are. So basically, I did have a stroke last week. Sorry, it's still hitting me kind of thing. And because of that tear and platelets, there is an antiplatelet coagulation. One of the medications is to help battle it. There is still a risk, even though I'm taking that medication, that's to help battle the collecting of the platelets in that tear. There is still a risk I might have another one. I might still have another stroke. So it is quite a very difficult thing. At the moment, I've got to try to keep my blood pressure down, which is great because I'm going into a week of when my daughter's home. It's from school. It's fucking stress. But yeah. So that's how things are with my health. So I am trying my best. This coming, things are all over the place. I'm way behind on Patreon stuff. I haven't barely filmed. I I think I did the 2 episodes of Doctor Who. That was Monday, which I think was the first 2 episodes of Macroterra, which was going to be for Patreon. I think I got the full lengths up. I'm so behind on editing. I'm trying to just get things out on time for YouTube, and I'm behind on that now. And Patreon level 3 is meant to be 2 weeks ahead. I'm just trying to get things out when I can at the moment. And if I can get the full lengths out for when Patreon is due the things, I will do. I'm going to do my best to do Doctor Who tomorrow. I'm going to try, seeing how my head feels after I've done this update, I'm going to try and film Blackadder episode 5 of season 4. The penultimate, I think it's called General Hospital. It's like the penultimate episode. I'm glad it's not the finale. Because obviously, being British, I know the final scene. Unavoidable, I know the final scene. Like, that's one thing you cannot forget. I'm very glad. I don't want to get emotional until, like, I've had several days of the medication, hopefully doing something. So I'm going to try Blackadder, see how I feel. I'm going to do my best to do Doctor Who. It'd be in the morning. I believe this week's Doctor Who is in the morning. And then try my best to edit it over the weekend. I'm not going to do see, I'm stumbling. I had 2 words in my head, beginning with an H. Hangout live stream. So I'm not going to do that because I want to be able to rest and just, I think the constant, like, non-stop talking and stuff like that. When I do, like, when you're watching something, you can kind of get lost in it, and I don't have to talk non-stop. I can absorb the episode. But the hangout, I feel like I need to fill the air kind of thing. So it's a bit more like, nah. And I've got something to focus on when I'm watching a reaction as well. As for next week's reactions, because it's UK half term, my daughter's going to be home. Obviously, this is like, it'll come into effect in a few weeks for you guys on YouTube. I'm going to do what I can when I can. I'm not going to overstress myself. If I feel like I can do film the Doctor Who episodes for the Monday, I'll film the Doctor Who episodes for the Monday. Obviously, the Avatar has been filmed because I am on what's the episode? I cannot remember, but it's like this latter half of season 3 of Avatar. I'm getting towards the end. I'm almost there. Like, I'm in the latter half. I'm not going to go into detail in case somebody's watching it at the same speed I'm releasing it. Red Dwarf I'm behind on. I'm trying my best. Like, Red Dwarf was meant to come out Wednesday, I know, for YouTube. It was meant to come out Wednesday, episode 5 of season 11. I'm going to try and edit some of that, at least some of that this evening. I'm going to try and just get things out as and when I can now, guys, okay? I cannot afford to overstress myself at the moment. I cannot, okay? So, like, Doctor Who will be edited when I can get it edited, okay? I skipped, had to skip Ghosts last weekend and Cowboy Bebop. I'm probably going to have to skip Cowboy Bebop this weekend as well. And Ghosts possibly as well. Like, I think with, if I feel all right after doing Blackadder, if I manage to do Blackadder, I'll probably do Ghosts. So I feel like that one, because I'm going into the last 2 episodes of Cowboy Bebop. I think it'll be episode, I cannot remember I'm sorry, my head is going blur. I cannot remember which episode of Ghosts it would be, but I would probably do Ghosts over Cowboy Bebop, because I think that would be easier on my head, because like the flashing lights, the music, that kind of thing. And plus it's a comfort show. I feel like that would be easier on my head. So I'll do Blackadder, see how I'm feeling. Then I will do possibly Ghosts, and then probably not. I'm probably going to have to skip Cowboy Bebop again. As for next week, I don't know. It'll be a day-by-day thing of what I can do and when. I'm just going to try and get, for this coming week, I'm just going to try and get things out when I can of what I've already filmed. This week's probably going to be light on things. So, like, the next month, I think things are going to be a bit all over the place. And then Like, I'm still planning on going to the event, the 2 weekends away I'm going to. I'm gonna let the people know that I'm going with for the first weekend, because the first weekend I'm like 2 nights away. I'm going to see Reese Darby in a stand-up comedy gig. That's paid for, like hotel and everything like that. Some of it's non-refundable, and it's Reese Darby. I can have earplugs. I can I'm taking my medication, that kind of thing. I can handle it. I'll be all right and stuff like that. I'm not going to overdo it. And then I've got a concert the night after. I should be all right. I'll figure it out. If I'm not, I'll just go back to the hotel, go to sleep if the concert's too big, much for me or anything like that, or we'll figure it out. And then the weekend after, I've got a Our Flag Means Death convention by Siren Events, the new Unicon. It won. I'm not missing that. I know there's going to be a lot of people that there that if something were to happen, it shouldn't. By then, like I'm not too bad. It's just I've got to like not do too much. I'm not missing that because Con O'Neill going again. My favorite TV character of all time, Izzy Hands. Con's amazing. Nathan Fode. I'm slurring my words. Apologies. Nathan Fode's going again. Forgotten her name. But playing. Literally, I've got her name right in front of my head. This is the thing. You know, if you've watched my reactions when I've got a migraine, names are the first thing to go. I could see it. Ruabo. I don't know how to pronounce her surname. It literally just came to me. Ruabo. She played Zheng Yisao, the Pirate Queen. She was also recently in Daredevil Born Again as well. And also, David Jenkins, creator of the show's going. It's his first ever convention. I'm not missing that. I'm going to have earplugs. I'm investing in earplugs for the convention. I've got a tablet pot that I can separate days and that, so I'll have all my medication with me for both weekends. I'm going to be fine. So, like, those weekends, releases might be a bit weird as well, but I should be okay for everything. That'd be like several weeks of taking the med. Sorry. Oh dear, I'm all over the place. It's because I've done a lot of talking. I'm going to take a few minutes before I even attempt Blackadder. But yeah. Things are all over the place. But I'm going to do my best these next week. But it probably will be a bit like sporadic. Obviously, it'd be 2 weeks with the releases for you guys. But I'm just going to try and get things out. Apologies for the late. Like, I know I shouldn't really apologize because it's unavoidable stuff, because it's in stroke and tear in a blood vessel in the back of my neck / head thing. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but it's I shouldn't really have to apologize for that kind of thing, but I feel like I should. But yeah, I will do my best for Doctor Who as well, and I will see what I can do. But yeah, I'm not going to overstress myself. I cannot afford to push myself with all of this. I will do my best for all of you, and we'll see where it is. I will keep you updated if I get worse or anything like that, but I just wanted to give you the full rundown, the update, that kind of thing. Like, just talking for this fucking long time, my God. My head's hurting, so I'm going to take a few minutes, sit still for a bit, see how I am, then hopefully do Blackadder. But yeah, thank you so much for your patience, but everything, for your support. I've gained a few few subscribers from this time with Doctor Who and stuff like that. Thank you so much for everybody who's been watching and subscribing, and fingers crossed things will improve and we'll get better. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.